Okay, here's a little bit more on that door lock actuator from Honda. There's part number 72623SHJA21. You can probably even shoot that barcode in there for somebody. There's the actuator. For those of you who like to tinker around, it's not really worth saving the $40, but I decided to open it up, see what's inside this thing. Alright, so I opened this thing up. There's one screw right here. This thing's not made to be serviced, of course, but what the heck. Just for those of you who want to see what's inside it. I was able to pry it. I've already opened it, so it's going to be easy, but I was able to get this one started with a little chisel. I worked my way around this way. And it came through. It popped off. That little bushing came out, and that's what's inside. Okay, the rim has got a little bit of glue on there, but for mine it came out alright. I used a pair of dikes to, all of these gears just slip out. There's one. And then here's one. And there's some of this, but it doesn't need to come out right now. I'll show you how the motor gets out. Okay, I'll pry it up a little bit. I took a pair of dikes and I was able to get the end retainer for the gear out. No, I can't get it real easy, but it'll come out. There we go. Then I got a screwdriver down in here. Pry this up a little bit just to get the motor to clear its housing, its boss there to keep the motor in. Then these pins slide all the way out. You can see them slipping out of the connector, and they just slip on out. And in fact, they don't even need to come all the way out because there's these pins right here just come out of the motor. They're just clipped in. After checking out all the gears, it looked like everything was in working order, so it's probably just the motor getting weak. Any of you know anything about little motors, you might want to tinker around with it. Who knows? You could probably pop these things open and see if the brushes are clean or not. But anyhow, there's no part number marks or anything that I could find on it. Just so you can see what's inside this thing. There's one more gear. This one's kind of tricky to get out. It comes out real easy. It's got this little keeper on there, and it's best to assemble it all like this first and then put that keeper back in there. When this gear rotates and that keeper, there's a little pin that comes out and it winds this thing up and down. The spring always has it up, the actuator brings it down, unlocks it, and then the spring brings it back up. And it all goes back the same similar way. And you guys want to tinker around with it, that's what it looks like inside.